Okay, yeah. So I had to listen back to the exercise, right? It sounds like you're doing it fine-ish, right? So something that you are doing is using a ton of airflow. What I'd say is you really want to reduce how much airflow you're using, but also like in the vein of my previous comment, right? It's going to be more easy to transfer over to speech if we start doing it in vowels instead of that sound, right? If we're doing like, right? Why not just try and see if we can transfer it over to like real like more human applicable sounds like or like words, right? That is how I would suggest you kind of start working on it, but or what you use instead of big dog, small dog. But the thing is, right, I would actually encourage you to actually not play around with voiceless like exercises yet, so much as like finding good kind of clean vocal fold behaviors, right? So when I say that, what I mean is, right, I'm tired. Oh, sorry. What I'm what I mean when I say that is, right, if we're kind of like say we're trying to go for like a more firm sound,
Yeah, yeah. If it sounds like this, right? If you have like,
that constricted sound coming in, or like, you're trying to find a softer sound, ooh, ooh, ooh. We want to go with something like that more than we want to go with something like ooh, 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 right? What we want to start practicing, right, is finding softer sounds, in my opinion, with good vocal fold behaviors. So slightly elevated pitch, soft sounds, something like ooh, 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 because that can form a good bass, or like, you can play around with that. Hello, 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 going softer, right? And then from there, you can kind of use that as a good bass, right? Um, say you do oh, 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 right? And that's not as clean. So, but what I might recommend you do right there, if you've come across a problem like that, is do something like right? Maybe you try going back to the sound you found at the bottom. See if you can make it clean. Oh, ah, 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 ah. And see if you can carry up like any cleanness you found at the bottom, right? In terms of resonance. So my preference would almost always be to try and look for kind of good sound production first. So like good vocal fold behaviors, right? And then worry about resonance stuff. And then when you play with resonance stuff, try to prioritize mixing it in from the get go, right? Mixing in good vocal fold behaviors and modifying resonance on top to kind of like build a sturdy foundation into what we're doing. Does that make sense? That's kind of what I would. I don't know why I asked you that, but hopefully that makes sense. And what I'm hoping is that that gives you some stuff to think about, some stuff to play with, right? And hopefully that sets you up in a good place.